Hola! Welcome to my home. Good to see you. Today we're going to be talking about calipers, which is a different type of measuring device. This is the second time I started this video because, as usual, my pen decided not to work. I will show you a picture of them. I will show you a picture on the web first, I think. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just show you a picture in real life. Here they are. What? Yeah, friends. And so, as you can see, when you move this little deal, all that spins out. You're able to read what's on right along in here and what's on the dial, and that's how we're going to get our measurements. You're going to put stuff in here, right in here, in this part right here, and you're going to clamp down on it. Oh, say, and I'll show you how to read it. This is for outside measurements, and then if you want to measure the inside of a hole, put these guys into the hole and you go out until it meets it like so. Cool thing about a caliper, several cool things. Number one, as we talked about with a mic, they only come in 1-inch increments. So if you're going to be building engines, you would need to have pretty much a 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 at least. Yeah, you need to have at least 4 to 5 because big block Chevys, and well, even a Chevy, even a 350 with a 4-inch bore, if you bored it out at all, you need to have a 4 to 5 in order to cover that. And so you need those, but that's a lot of different ones. And the cool thing about mics is they're a lot more accurate, as we talked about. We have not been doing it, but you can go out to 4 decimal places. That's 10,000ths of an inch. Can't do that on a mic, I mean a caliper rather. But what you can do is this one guy here will go out as far as, well, I should look before I told you. It'll go out as far as 6 inches. That's what I thought it was. So this guy here will measure all the way out to 6 inches, which is really nice. Okay. So if you're measuring outside of things, you can measure something that is 6 inches wide, and that's pretty neat. Okay, so that's nice from that standpoint. It's a little quicker, I think. It's a little easier to read. I personally think it's a little easier to read than a mic. However, if you use mics all the time, mics aren't that hard to read either. There's a certain amount that it's a very, in other words, right, where are you? From here to here, that's about as narrow as you can measure the inside of. So, I mean, that has to fit in there. So you think about it right about in there. In reality, that's about as narrow as a hole as you can stick it inside of, okay? Which, you know, is what it is. So clearly, there's another tool I'm going to show you later, probably next week. They're called bore gauges or hole gauges, and we're going to look at it. So basically, inside mics. And so what you do is you put these deals in a hole, you pull them out, and then you measure them with a mic to see how wide the hole is. Okay. Again, I really kind of dig a caliper. It's quicker, I think, personally. I like that this one tool can go out to 6 inches. That makes me pretty happy because it's one less thing to fart around with. Now, on this dial right here, you will see that you can, when it's fully closed, that needs to be zeroed. So you just turn this outer knob until it's on the 0. Boom, boom, boom. We are done, friend. Now, I've been dying to know, what is the diameter of this flashlight? And I'm dying to know. What is the diameter of that flashlight? I don't know. Let's find out. So I just come in here like so. I put it, now remember, this is important. You put it in this part right there. Not there, stupid. Down here. There you go. Had a bed. Right there. And I hold it there. Okay, now I'm going to slide that out just because I want to be able to zoom in on this. I think I'm going to switch you around to the back camera so I can see what I'm doing as well from the front side. Okay, now. Focus. There you go, stupid. So over here's how we read it. So notice I don't see a 1 yet. So this is 100 thousandths, right? 100 thousandths, 200 thousandths, 300 thousandths, 400 thousandths, 500 thousandths. So that's 500 and, wait for it, there's 10, 11, 12. That thing is 512 thousandths in diameter. That's for that one pen. Do another one, Mr. Grimm. Do another one. Oh, okay. All right. Twist my arm. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's do... let's do this bottle of gunk for my glasses cleaner. Oh, yeah. That's hot. Let's see how big that guy is. Now, again, there's nothing to see here. I'm just making it big enough so that it fits down on it. Oh, yep. That's a nice fit there. You can go away now. We don't need you anymore. And then I pull it out and I hold it in front of the camera here so we can all focus. So there's the 1 inch mark right there. You see that? So this is 1 inch. And you're like, can I see the 2? I think I can't. No, you can't. Notice that we're closing in on 2. We're not got there yet. So this is 1 inch, 177 thousandths. 1 inch, 177 thousandths. Nice. Again, inches. Okay. Hey, do another one, Mr. Grimm. Do another one. Do another one. Oh, all right, you kids. Mr. Grimm, could you measure something if you wanted to? I mean, hypothetically, could you measure something that is, in fact, square? Well, yeah, sure. Whatever, dude. Oops. you have to get in the hole there first, Mr. Grimm. Yeah, there it is. It's a square piece. Ooh, say, that's nice. Yeah, whatever. What was that, Mr. Grimm? It's some random Privor. I just grabbed some stuff. I thought, let's do some measurings. Whatevs. No big deal. Hey, that's pretty small. I see 0.4. I see 400 thousandths. No, you don't. You see that? See how it's less than? When this gets to 0, you'll be at 400 thousandths. No, siree, Bob. You are at 375 thousandths. By the way, that's pretty interesting. For those of us who dig fractions, we know that 375 thousandths, we know that this is equal to 3/8 of an inch, because we've memorized our fractions somewhere along the line. If you didn't, don't worry. Mr. Groom's not judging you very much. I'm just saying. It's kind of cool. There's kind of some neat things sometimes. You're like, oh, well, that's interesting. I wonder why. And there's no real rhyme or reason for why that particular one probably is, but there it is. What about this? This magnet deal you carry with you, Mr. Groom? I don't know. Let's find out. So let's put it in front of the deal here. Zoom in. Boom. 314 thousandths. It's pi. Woohoo! 0.314. Big fat 0 in front. Nice. Nice. Mr. Groom, do something bigger. Do something bigger. Do something bigger. All right. Twist my arm. Mr. Groom, measure this freaking... I can't even see what you're looking at. It's a candle. Well, it's what's left of the candle. Well, geez, that thing's a monster. It is a monster, friend. I'm going to measure... Oh, actually, I'm not. The jaws aren't deep enough to measure that. Whoopsie daisy. I guess I can measure the top pretty well. I think I can get on the top okay. I'll measure the top and we'll call it even, okay? These jaws aren't really that big enough to go all the way around this guy. So we'll just do the top and call it even. All right, there it is. Whatever. So the top, the diameter of the top, just for a good time, is, drum roll please, 300, 1, 2, 3. But notice the 4 is not quite showing. Can we all see that? Can we all agree on that? So that is 300, that's 3 inches, 386, 87 thousandths. Can we see that? Notice it again, right there, we're in between the 86 and the 87. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you had a better measuring stick, aka a micrometer, then you, sir, ma'am, could then, I forgot what I said, 386, yep. We could actually get a little closer. In other words, it might be a 5 or something on the end of it, okay? If we had a mic, but we don't have a mic, so we can only go to 3 decimal places. You're like, Mr. Grimm, show us how you would measure the inside diameter of said jar. Oh, I'd love to. So I'm going to stick it inside the jar like thus, and I'm just going to pull it out until it quits going out. Oh, hey, we're there, bro. That seems to be it right in... Oops, hold still. Seems to be it right about there-ish, okay? It's kind of hard to do upside down, facing away from me, paying attention, but you get the point. Oops, maybe if you turn the other camera on, stupid. There you go. What? Wait for it. 2 inches, 296. Sorry, that's 2 inches. I'm sorry, 2 inches, 996 thousandths. Are you with me? 2 inches. And there's the. I'm sorry. Try again, Mr. Groom. You're confusing me, Mr. Groom. It's 2 inches. That's because of this 2 right there. 896 thousandths. I cannot truly see the 9 yet until I get to there. Are you with me? So I'm not there. I am. Get over there, you pig. Right, Mr. Groom, you're hurting the little thing's feelings. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Mr. Groom, you are a weirdo. Or something along those lines, okay? Now, By the way, we said this was the outside diameter. That's called OD, outside diameter, and ID, inside diameter. Now, if we were here in the classroom, well, if we were at the classroom and you were here and we were all here and we were all having a good time, then Mr. Groom would tell you to measure the inside diameter, the ID of this deal, or I'd measure the outside diameter, the OD of this deal, or what have you. Mr. Groom, was there a battery cleaner in your home? Well, there is right now. Why? Because I'm doing a lesson, bro, and I don't want to be in a garage. That's why, you weirdo. Okay, so, there you go. Cute. It's cold out there, dog. I don't want to go out there. Nice. Here we go. Why didn't you just film it at work? Because I was doing other things at work, bro. So this is 2 inches, 618 thousandths. Can we all see that? 2 inches, 600, right there, 600. You see we're just past the 6, and then over here on the dial, 18. Bam. 2 inches, 618 thousandths. Nice. Very cool. Do another one. Do another one, Mr. Groom. Oh, all right. Fine. Fine. How about this one? Mr. Groom, could I measure the thickness of this? I could. Just duct tape, I suppose. That's kind of weird, but I could do it. Mr. Groom, could you measure the inside diameter for us again? Show us how to do that again. Oh, okay, cool. You just stick it in here like so, and you just go out until it don't go out no more. And then you're there, my friend. Okay, so you gotta be a little careful when you're doing this because sometimes it moves on you a little bit. Mr. Groom's gonna try to do it without making it move again. Again, it's easier said than done when you're actually trying to focus on it. Again, this would be the ID, because we were inside, the ID, the inside diameter. All right, so there you can see it. We're at 3 inches, 40-ish thousandths, yes? 3 inches, 40 thousandths. So that would look something like this, yes? 3 inches, 40 thousandths. All right, give me another one, give me another one, give me another one. Do the outside diameter, Mr. Grimm. Do the outside diameter. Oh, okay, you rascals. Let's do the outside diameter. No, uh-oh, uh-oh. Now listen, my jaw is clearly open, you see, far enough, but they don't come down far enough. Are you with me? I can't measure the OD. Oh, wait for it. Yes, I can. If I come over the top. Are you with me? Like so? Well, how do I get this in a picture? Like so. Well, Mr. Grimm, you're not right in the middle. Bro, I got you, dog. Stick with me now. I got you. It's going to be something like this. Now, Mr. Grimm, is this a perfect measurement on this? Actually, it's not really. There's probably better ways to do this, like with a bigger mic and so forth. Again, caliper is not the best tool. It has some very good benefits. I feel like that moved on me, Mr. Groom. Okay, right about there. That's awfully close. Mr. Groom, if there's not perfect measurements when you're doing it, I'm sitting in my chair, in my home, trying to focus on getting you a good picture, sir, while I'm holding it upside down. It's really hard to do. So this will be 5 inches. Notice again, I don't see the 5 yet. It's 5 inches, 473 thousandths. 473. 5 inches, 473 thousandths. That again is be our OD, outside diameter. All right, one more, you incorrigible little rascals. Let's do this fella. Mr. Groom, it's a Phillips screwdriver. It is a Phillips screwdriver. Nice job. Is it a stubby? No, because it's not stubby, Mr. Groom. It's not short. Get out of there, you worthless hippie. Sure, there you go. Nice. I just work here. It looks something like this. Wait for it. 2. Oh, friends. 253 thousandths. And I bet you, if I tried really super duper hard, I bet I could get it just a hair narrower than that, maybe, I bet. Oh, actually, it's quite a bit. It moved on me. You little bugger. You moved more than I thought you did. I was thinking it was going to be 250 thousandths. From the standpoint of 250 thousandths is also known as 1/4 inch. But in fact, it moved just a hair on me. It should be, get in there. Actually, oh, I see. This is not a greatest quality screwdriver. I think that's the problem, because different places on the shaft are measuring a little bigger. It's actually measuring 240 thousandths in the place that I'm now on right now. Okay, but again, whatever. 0, 240. Okay, so that is how calipers works every time. On your assignment today, Scream is going to be showing you. You take a picture. What is this? Bam! And you're going to answer it. Whatevs. Not a big deal. Okay? Could we, in fact, do clearances using caliper? Well, in theory, yes. In theory, we could do that. Because in theory, we did it with mics. And we can totally do that. The question is simply, you know, is that going to be good enough for us? Maybe, maybe not. Do we need to be down to the 10,000s? Maybe. I will say this, that as a person who, I am not an engine builder. I don't build engines all the time. I prefer a caliper. Okay? If I did engines all the time or some very precise metal work, like in the machining, like Mrs. Adams does over there, I would use mics probably more often. That's just how it is. It's how accurate do you want to be? How accurate do you need to be? And again, one caliper can take the place of about 6 mics, plus all the hole gauges. Again, you will struggle if the hole is too small. You won't be able to do it with a caliper, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's just how it is. Again, you will run into occasionally the jaws won't be big enough. That's also true for the mics. The mics won't always be deep enough either. They do make deeper mics and deeper calipers. We do have some at the shop. I'll try to remember to show them to you. For measuring brake rotors, those are pretty thick. They're great big, long, big old fatty jaws on them. They're really long jaws, so they can go over a long ways and measure properly. I'll try to remember to show it to you one of these days if I can. Sometimes I forget to do that. Same principle, just a lot bigger jaws, because obviously it's got to get around a lot bigger thing. Kind of like this candle or this duct tape down here. It was too big to fully get onto it from one direction. I was able to get onto it from this way, but not from this way. And just be aware of that, I guess. All right, so good luck on the assignment. Bye.